Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. Filings for public office closed this week, and we now know all three incumbents running for City Council will do so unopposed. Mayor Jerry Cook, Councilmember Ward 3 Wade Demmer, and Councilmember Ward 5 Brad Johnson are all seeking another term in office. And barring a write-in campaign this fall, all three will get their wish. Turning to the Anoka County Board, 3 seats are on the ballot. In District 4, Sean Broom, Adam Davis, Mandy Meissner, and Joe Sturdivant are all seeking the seat currently held by Jim Kordiak, who is not seeking re-election. In District 5, incumbent Mike Gamache is running unopposed. And in District 7, incumbent Scott Schulte is facing a challenge from Dave Nelson. There will be a primary for the District 4 race on August 14th to narrow the field to 2 candidates for the general election in November. A new medical office building has been given the green light from the Coon Rapids City Council. On Tuesday night, the council approved a site plan for Wilkes Architects to construct a 20,000 square foot building near the corner of Round Lake Boulevard and Coon Rapids Boulevard. The building will house Nystrom and Associates, a medical-based behavioral health and chemical dependency group comprised of various professional counselors in various fields. Nystrom currently shares a building with other medical offices in the area. The City Council has signed off on a plan to bring a Chipotle Mexican grill to the Village 10 Shopping Center, not far from Lifetime Fitness. Chipotle is planning to move into the space currently occupied by AAA. AAA is planning to move to the other end of the building. A revision to the planned unit development for Village 10 was needed so Chipotle can modify the exterior building elevation and add new signage and an outdoor seating area. You could soon start seeing more food trucks around the city. This week, the City Council introduced an ordinance to amend the city's transient and itinerant merchant code to include mobile food units. Under current code, background checks are required for food truck operators, something city staff does not believe is necessary. Eliminating background checks will speed up the approval process for food truck applicants and likely result in more food trucks doing business in Coon Rapids. The annual Summer in the City neighborhood meetings get underway next week, and things will start with a big splash. The city's first public splash pad will debut on Tuesday, June 12th at Boulevard Plaza, which is adjacent to the Coon Rapids Ice Center. The meeting runs from 6:30 to 8 p.m. In addition to various booths, there's a police car, fire truck, and free ice cream. If you can't make the first meeting, 3 more will take place at other parks this summer. Another school year is in the books, and last weekend, the class of 2018 bid farewell to Coon Rapids High School. The seniors, donning caps and gowns, entered Mariucci Arena in Minneapolis Sunday afternoon for their final act together. This year's class is comprised of 450 students. Before receiving their diplomas, they heard from several class representatives.
We should celebrate the hard work it took for us to be here, the growth that we have undergone over our 4 years at Coon Rapids High, and the knowledge that we have gained through hours of studying, learning, and applying ourselves. But we must also give thanks for this day, as none of us would be here without the help of those who have inspired and encouraged us.
Following the speeches, the seniors crossed the stage one by one to get their diplomas. The ceremony concluded with students singing the school song and tossing the caps in the air as confetti rained down. If you missed the graduation ceremony, you could find it in its entirety on our CTN YouTube channel. Waiting for a new baby to arrive comes with all sorts of hopes and expectations, but the big day doesn't always go as planned. CTN's Jennifer Anderson has the story of a Coon Rapids family who got off to a very rocky start and the home away from home that helped them get through a scary time.
Gabriella Mady is chatty and vibrant and the star of this show. This thriving toddler gives no hint of the struggle it took to bring her into the world.
You know, it changes you as a person.
It was October 3rd of 2016. Shanae Mady ended up in an emergency C-section, and suddenly her brand new baby was being rushed to a hospital 10 miles away. Complications at birth damaged Gabriella's lungs. While she was in the NICU at Gillette Children's Hospital, her mom was recovering from surgery of her own.
I got released 3 days after I had her, so I didn't get to see her until she was 3 days old.
What followed was 3 weeks in the NICU for Gabriella. Shanae and her husband Tom were reeling.
Kind of a roller coaster of emotions. I was feeling just sad. In a way, I felt that new mom experience was robbed from me.
Enter the Ronald McDonald House. Just 1 floor above the NICU, Mom and Dad found a home away from home. It spared the Madies a nearly hour-long commute between St. Paul and Coon Rapids, and they were able to stay there almost the entire time Gabriella was hospitalized.
And we didn't have to really do a whole lot of work, and they did it for us. That really warmed my heart.
After a full recovery, the Madies are happy and healthy. Now Shanae's mission is to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House.
It really makes me feel good to be able to pay it forward and to bless somebody else with the same opportunity and the same, experience that we had.
Helping the very place where she found so much support. For CTN Update, I'm Jennifer Anderson.
As a way to give back, the Madies are hosting 2 fundraisers for Ronald McDonald House this month. On Tuesday, June 19th, there will be a dinner from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Coon Rapids Devani's. Everyone is welcome, and a portion of the dinner purchase will go to the Ronald McDonald House. Shanae is also selling Scentsy products for the charity. When you buy Buddy Clips and Scent Circles this month, 100% of the proceeds will go to the Ronald McDonald House. You can do that at smady.scentsy.us. Historic aircraft took to the skies over the Anoka County Airport last weekend. The annual Discover Aviation Days brings aviation history to life with high-flying fun. CTN's Dan Carpenter has the story.
And you really just shine it all up.
She took her first flight more than 70 years ago, completing more than 130 missions during World War II.
So here's inside.
Maintaining her requires a unique skill set and unique tools.
This is called a Zeus tool, also known as a Snoopy tool or a Mickey Mouse tool.
She is a B-25 bomber named Miss Mitchell, retired from her fighting days, but still at work.
It's all hand-painted. The bombs on the other side are hand-painted.
Crowds gather for Discover Aviation Days, a free family event bringing aviation history so close you can touch it.
Our kids have always loved airplanes flying over the house and stuff, so figure we'd come check them out.
A T-6 flyover is just one reason this young aviator's energy level is at full throttle. And that's before the cotton candy.
The young people now are not getting into flying, and we want them to be educated so that they know about it and they want to fly an airplane.
It takes an army of volunteers to bring this experience to Anoka County.
It's a big operation. It takes a lot of doing. We've been planning this for the last 6 months.
But for many of those volunteers,
Have a good day.
it's more about the passion and keeping a piece of history flying.
My great-grandpa, he's still living today, and actually he told me stories about seeing these fly over when he was in the war. Knowing what I'm doing now today, it just kind of ties it in and makes me teary-eyed a little bit to talk about it, but it's just it brings me closer to him.
Maintaining the connection so others might discover a new passion. Dan Carpenter, CTN Update.
To learn more about the event and volunteer opportunities, just log on to discoveraviationdays.org. The annual summer concert series at the Coon Rapids Dam kicked off this week. On Thursday night, the Capri Big Band performed despite a few passing showers. According to its website, the Capri Big Band has a unique sound and jazzy soulfulness sprinkled with a little tradition. 8 more concerts remain this summer. On June 14th, it's the variety sounds of the Backyard Band. June 21st, it's classic rock and R&B from the Authorities. And June 28th, it's the country sounds of Gravel Roads. On July 12th, Ecuador Manta performs Latin music. July 19th, it's the variety sounds of Good Foot Express. July 26th, the Castaways take the stage with variety music. On August 2nd, it's Big E and the Collins Blues Company. And the series wraps up on August 9th with the country sounds of the Red Letter Band. All concerts are free and begin at 7 p.m., rain or shine. They are sponsored by the Coon Rapids Arts Commission. And that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.